James, another clean sheet. You must be pleased with that. That's a positive you'll take from today.
Yeah, again, there was some positives. Like in every game, there's been some positives. Even Harrogate, there's some positives, but ultimately, we didn't do enough up front to deserve to win the game. So you're pleased that the team did enough to deserve the point.
The pitch wasn't the best, was it?
It's this time of the year. There's a lot of rain, frost. There's all sorts of factors to take in. It was heavy, and it was it was sodden. Well, and the turf was moving and sinking, perhaps more than. I think we've seen that late on as well, which was a surprise. But the players did well to adapt to that. Because there could have been a lot more mistakes, a lot more misjudgments than there was. But I think they got to grips with the pitch mainly. But it was a difficult service to play a lot of football.
I know you've only had a short time to make an impact, but in terms of your impact, it's been sealing up the goal in terms of not conceding as many goals as we were doing previously. So you must be pleased with that because you built from the back effectively.
I don't know what the stats are in terms of, I was really pleased to go to Gloucester, keep a clean sheet against a team of form. We've gone first half to Harrogate and kept a clean sheet. We do have some deficiencies in the team that we've found out against Harrogate, and it's not all about the defence. I think sometimes we in particular to today, we gave away some cheap set plays up the pitch, we gave away cheap possession, we didn't offer ourselves as well as I thought up front to take the pressure of the back four. So it came back a few times a lot easier than I thought. So collectively we have to be better in retaining the ball up the pitch and being more effective in allowing the back four to get out. But the back four were very manly today and ably supported by the two holding midfielders.
I thought your best spell was probably maybe the first half of the second half, if that makes sense. I thought you came out and you'd reshaped a little bit, hadn't you? Tell us what you did there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find the right formula. At Northwich, I generally played with a back four and three midfielders and a front three, and then the midfielders would fill in the gaps at the right. Effectively, we played with four attackers today, but we didn't look an attacking threat. I think we're struggling on one side of the pitch to decide whether it's the centre-forward splits. But I thought that Jon had an easy ride as a number 10, and I felt the second half I wanted to make it a little bit simpler for them, ask one of the centre-forwards to become a 10, play 4-2-3-1 out of shape, but also ask them to play better as individuals on the attack. And when we've seen some glimpses of that, and we look threatening, perhaps not creating goal scoring opportunities, but winning set plays, getting into threatening areas, and then attacking a goal from them. So we could have easily had a couple of better chances from set plays than we did, but there's a work in progress. There's a lot to be done. We look very inexperienced, look a little bit young, and a little bit off the match fitness up front, and I think so. There's a lot of work for them to get up to the sort of tempo and pace and energy that I would like to see from your front four.
In terms of the reception you've had since coming back to the club, I mean, we're still waiting for a home league game for you, but what a great reception you had from the fans when you walked over there today.
No, it's just great. I mean, whether it be the first one down to Gloucester to travel all that way, even at Harrogate, when you never know for certain whether the game's going to be on to head over the Pennines, and here today again. So the fans are great. I just want the players to respond to that energy as well, and like I said, because the great fans will get behind you if you give massive effort. I think today we've gone away again, like the Gloucester game, satisfied but a little bit frustrated that we didn't, if you like, maximise our opportunities to get something out of the game. But three very tough games. Gloucester away in great form, Harrogate, where they are in the league and the players they have at their disposal, and even here, they've only lost one game all season here in Bradford, and you can see why. So to come here and get a result is positive, but I want us to start turning positive performances into winning performances, because the team needs to start learning how to win games.
You've obviously got another away game to come, that's at Brackley. Do you think you may set the team up differently when you're at home, when you're at Edgeley Park, because that's where County really haven't put any performances in this season? Yeah,
well, I think today I'm still learning about the players and what they're capable of. I think we didn't see the best of Richie Brodie today, and probably as a consequence we didn't see the best of Obi. We've seen some flashes from both of them in previous games. I think Kay come on and made a difference. Like you said, he certainly made us look a more dynamic team for that 15 or 20 minutes. He worried them a little bit. But Tuesday night we've got a great game at Edgeley Park for our fringe players, and I'll be looking for one or two of them to show me that they can add something to the team, because at the moment when I look at the bench, apart from Big K, we don't have a lot of high quality attackers, we don't have a lot of energy, we don't have a lot to sort of stimulate more from us when we're chasing a game. So Tuesday night's going to be a big game for a lot of players, because if any of them show what their qualities, then they could be included in the squad. And that's not taking anything away from the 16, but players who think they're a million miles away from the team are only one injury or one step from being on the bench or being in the team. And as we've seen that today with Paul Connolly, I thought he was fantastic at right back for us today. And so players are taking their opportunities, and I want more players, especially the younger players, to show hunger and energy and a desire to go and make something happen up front. And if they do that on Tuesday night, they'll got a chance of playing on Saturday.
That's great. Thanks, James.
Welcome.